All right. Hello, Algebra 1. We are back with multiplying polynomials. Today we're going to just do a little bit of review of what we did in our 5C, multiplying those binomials, and then to demonstrate how you can multiply any size polynomial at all utilizing the methods we utilized in 5C. All right, so today's essential question says, how do you multiply radical expressions? Oh, that's not a good essential question since we're not doing radical expressions. So I'm going to cross that off. Uh-oh, going to accidentally move this around. Let's cross it off. Go ahead and cross that off. I am not going to create a radical expression. I guess when you do your summary today, just go ahead and summarize which method you like to use and why. Because right, you're going to use the distributive method or the box method. We're going to practice those both today. So summarize which method you prefer utilizing for multiplying these bigger polynomials for your essential question part summary. All right, so let's take a look here. So it says multiplying polynomials, make sure you multiply, and what we want to know in here is that you need to multiply every term in the first polynomial by every term. Nope, need to move that over a little bit. Let's try it again. Every term in the second polynomial, right? We got to do every term. That's what's key and important. So let's start today's notes, or topic 4D, 5D's notes, with a review of multiplying binomials. Like I said in the 5C notes, when I'm doing the binomials, I'm probably going to use the box because I just think the box is nice and clear and easy to see. You may use whichever method you want to, even in your notes. Does not matter to me for this review problem. So if you want to utilize a different method, go ahead and utilize it. We'll see if we get to the same place. All right, so 5x minus 3, I'm going to put down here on the left. We need to multiply 5x minus 3 times 2x plus 6. I'm going to put that up here. Oops, I guess I don't need to put the plus sign. Let's just erase that. There we go. Let's just put a 6 there. You can put a plus sign if you want. And we're going to multiply into the box. So 5 times 2 is 10. X times x, x squared. 5 times 6 is 30 times the x. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 times the x. And negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. So we multiplied 5x minus 3 times 2x plus 6. And then you're going to take the two like terms right here, right? These guys right here are our like terms. We're going to combine those together. And our answer is 10x squared plus 24x minus 18. So these two binomials multiply together and give us that. And then we got to name it. So it's degree here, right? If we look at the degree, the highest degree is a 2. And there is 1, 2, 3 terms here, right? So the degree is a quadratic. Uh-oh, I need to move it over a little more. Quadratic. And there's 3 terms, trinomial. Trinomial. I can spell today. All right, there we go. So it's quadratic trinomial. So that was a review of what we did in our 5C notes. Now we can say we can multiply a binomial and a trinomial as well. When you're multiplying a binomial and a trinomial, or a trinomial and a trinomial, we cannot use the FOIL method. That's another reason that the FOIL method doesn't work so great, because it's first, inner, outer, last. It only really deals with 4 terms. So really, when you're multiplying a binomial times a trinomial, either you're going to use, whoops, put that up here, and then let's change this. You're going to use the distributive method. Or the box method. One of these 2 methods is going to be your best. We're going to do one of each. I would do one of each in this part of your notes, so you've seen them both, and try them both together, and then you can decide which method you prefer. So the distributive method or the box method, either method will work. We just got to remember, you got to multiply everything in one parentheses by everything in another. We can't pick and choose. We got to do everything. So I'm going to move this up a little bit here. Whoops. Didn't mean to move that. Okay, let's move that up here. So we're going to start with the distributive method first. So the distributive method, so let's start, says we're going to multiply 2x. Okay, maybe we'll make the first one red here. So we're going to multiply 2x times x squared minus, oops, where'd the squared go? Minus 3x plus 6. And then I'll change it to blue here. We're going to take the 4, so plus 4, and multiply it by x squared minus 3x plus 6, right? We got to distribute. The 2x has to go to x squared minus 3x plus 6, and the 4 has to go to x squared minus 3x plus 6, right? So I'm going to change it to black here. So now we're just going to do the distributive property, right? So 2x times x squared is 2x to the power of 3. 2x times negative 3x is negative 6x squared. 2x times 6 is plus 12x. It's totally fine to use those lines to help you organize that multiplication. Just make sure you don't draw the lines and forget to multiply. Draw a line and multiply, draw a line and multiply. Do it one at a time so you don't forget. So let's do this over here. Same thing over here. So we have 4. So 4 times 1x squared is 4x squared. And then we got 4 times negative 3x. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12x. And then we have 4 times 6, which is a positive 24. So there we go. So now we have 2x to the power of 3 minus 6x squared plus 12x plus 4x squared minus 12x plus 24. And then we're going to combine like terms, right? So if we're combining like terms, we only have 1 to the power of 3. So 2x3 can just go out here. And then I have an x squared here and an x squared there. So negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2x squared. And then I've got we'll do 3 times for the x, 3 times for the x. 12 minus 12 is 0. So the x's go away. You don't even need to write 0x. If you wrote 0x, I wouldn't necessarily mark you wrong, but we don't need to write it because it went away. It's 0. And then the last thing over here, we have a plus 24. Right? So then I check. I have 2x3 minus 2x squared plus 24. This is in fact simplified. So here we are. This is those two, that binomial times that trinomial multiplied together. And then as we've been doing with all these problems, let's go ahead and name this. So if I look here at my degree, the highest degree in this one is to the power of 3. So that means this is going to be a cubic. And there is 1, 2, 3 terms. So I got to move my paper over to the side over here. And then here we go. This is a cubic, because it's to the power of 3, trinomial, because it has 3 terms. A cubic trinomial. Cubic trinomial. We got that? All right. So that is using the distributive method to multiply that binomial times the trinomial. Now let's go down here to number 3. Uh-oh, I'm turning it sideways. Don't mean to do that. Oops. And this time we're going to use the box method. As I mentioned, when we were doing the notes from 5C, I often prefer the box. Helps me just keep things a little bit more organized, especially not messing up my negative signs. So let's see if I have enough space here. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to put the binomial has to go here, right? 3x, because that's my 2, because it's a 2. It's a 2 by, I don't know why I did so many spaces, so many. Whoops. I'm going to delete this real quick. Let's try drawing this box one more time. Mrs. Kim is going crazy right now. So we need to draw a 2 by, oh, I need to turn it back to black. A 2 by 3 box, right? I need 3 spots, right? So this is my 3x and 1. That's my binomial. And then here is my trinomial, 3x3 minus 2x plus 4. right? It is a 2 by 3 box. You can make the, if there's a 4-term polynomial, you can make it 4. I don't know why I was getting ahead of myself thinking it needed to be 4. So now let's do the multiplying into the box. So the first, the 3x here times the 3x cubed is 3 times 3 is 9. X times x to the power 3 is x to the power 4. All right, we multiply what's outside to go into side. So 3 times, I'm going to go on the top. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. X times x, x squared. 3 times 4 is 12 times the x. So that is the top row done. Now I'm going to do the bottom row. 1 times 3x3 is 3x3. 1 times negative 2x is just negative 2x. And 1 times 4 is 4. Now I look here, and this time I'm looking for my like terms. I don't see any 4s. I don't see any 3s. I don't see any 2s. So I see these are the only two that are like terms. So those are the only two things we need to put together. So my answer here, I have 9x4 plus 3x3, because remember, if you're putting it in standard form, it has to be from the highest degree to the lowest degree in ABC order. So I do the x4 first, and then I do the x3, and then I do the x squared, and then I have negative 2x plus 12x, which makes that plus 10x, and then plus 4. So here is my answer. 9x4 plus 3x3 minus 6x squared plus 10x plus 4. All right, and we're going to name this. So if we're going to name it, we got to look at the highest degree. So this time it's a 4. Remember, anything above a 3 has no special name. So this is just going to be the 4th degree. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So that means when we go to name it over here, this is the 4th degree with 5 terms. Anything above 3 for either the degree or the terms has no special name. So 4th degree with 5 terms is what it is called. All right, so there we are. So just need to make sure you multiply everything, right? If you're getting answers really super fast and these problems are really super long and maybe we're missing some things, we need to make sure we multiply. So make sure you go check that. Now I went ahead and I scanned in page number 9 as well here. Page number 9 was multiplying radical expressions. You can put a big old X over this whole page. We are not going to do any radicals. So that 5, so if you remember section topic 5B that we learned before we headed out, right? Topic 5B, also not doing. All right, we're not going to do any radicals in this unit as we move forward. Since we lost some time heading with the 3 weeks between when we went out, we decided as an Algebra 1 team to drop all the radicals. We will be doing some radical work when we get to our quadratic unit in Unit 6, so we'll pick up some extra practice there. But for now, we don't need to do any of the radical work. That's why we got rid of that essential question. All right, so hopefully this makes sense. Bring your questions to our live session on Wednesday. We will be doing some practice on this stuff to make sure you guys are good. All right, signing off.